Hello, my name is Richard Burke. I'm the Southern California chapter leader of Elders Climate Action. You can reach me at richardb@eldersclimateaction.com or contact us at our website at www.eldersclimateactionsocal.org. I'm going to give a talk today on why inaction on climate is unethical. My talk is in 4 parts, and I'm just going to talk about the first part. What does behaving ethically or unethically even mean? The second part will be on the future. Is not caring about the future unethical? The third part is what happens if we don't care about the future? And finally, what actions do we need to take now to be ethical regarding climate? First, what does behaving ethically or unethically mean even? Well, an ethical person, in summary, considers the interests of others and acts accordingly. You go from a self-centered point of view, where the self is the most important thing, then maybe your close family, then maybe others in your group, other people, other species are way down the line, to a cooperative point of view, where yourself is in balance with other species, other people, others in your group and your family. An ethical person has a high level of supportive behavior and a low level of selfish behavior, as shown in this graph, with a high bar in blue and a low bar in orange. An unethical person might have the opposite characteristics. An unethical person needs to reduce their selfish behavior and increase their supportive behavior up to some ethical line. What do I mean by ethical line? Well, an ethical line can be established in several ways. Religion. A Hebrew commandment says, "Thou shalt not murder." Society. In Confucian society, taking care of your parents was paramount. Law, civil rights law of 1964, says you cannot discriminate of employment based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Or you can have your conscience draw the line. A senator recently voted to impeach a former president, even though an official in his party said, "We didn't send him there to vote his conscience." But he did. He voted his conscience. There was a line over which he would not step. Unethical actions or inactions must be intentional decisions. And you have to know what you're doing. You need to know you're hurting others if you're going to be unethical. If you don't know gas-powered emissions increase asthma rates or cause fires, buying such a car may not be unethical. But we do know these emissions have these effects. So this action has to be unethical. It has bad consequences for others. You also have to have freedom. If you have no choice, your actions aren't unethical. For example, if you don't have the option to choose renewable energy as a power source, or you can't afford it, using fossil-based power is not unethical, but most of us can choose renewable power in California. So not choosing renewable energy when you can afford it, it's got to be unethical because it has adverse consequences. Unethical actions or inactions adversely affect others. They could hurt those who depend on you, such as your family or friends or others who give you their trust. They could hurt those who least afford it, the disabled, the elderly, the poor. Or they could hurt those who are defenseless, like children or even other species. A just society discourages unethical actions through several measures: lawsuits, fines, loss of business, or shunning by society or communities. There are consequences to unethical actions. So in closing, I have some take-home questions for you. How much greenhouse gas emissions have you decided it's okay for you to emit today? Where do you draw the line? Is that level of emissions going to hurt those who can least afford it? Is the line you've set being too selfish or not supportive enough? What should be the just consequences for those who cross the line? I'm interested in hearing your view. Please join us at eldersclimateaction.socal.org and help us do the ethical thing with regards to the climate. And join me soon for part 2.